Fall in, guys, and welcome to the Playroom. I'm Woody, and today we're taking a look at the G.I. Joe Classified series, Agent Helix. Now, I'll admit, I had no idea who this person was. I mean, as soon as they name dropped her, I'm like, who's Agent Helix? And I look her up, and she was made for the Rise of Cobra tie-in IDW comics. But, from what I saw of her, I thought she was pretty cool. She's more or less sent on missions that are way too dangerous. You're not coming back kind of thing, and yet she always manages to come back. And if you go by the wiki, she is the only person to fight Snake Eyes to a stalemate. So that's pretty cool. So with my interest peaked, I was definitely excited for when they would reveal any kind of image of her. And then we got the 3D renders, and I thought that it looked really well done. And then we got the product reveal at PulseCon, and man, she looked good. And so I was definitely excited to get her. And now that I have her in hand, I can definitely say this is the best female G.I. Joe figure we've gotten. I mean, she is very well done. While she does have some reused parts, it does not hinder the figure in any way whatsoever. So the part of her that is reused, that I can tell, is her legs, and they come from Scarlet all the way from the very first wave. Man, that was so many moons ago. But still, the armored look does complement her well. The little booster thing on the back of her calf, it does add that little bit that she would be using the thrusters to boost into battle for a flurry of attacks. So it works. And the overall sculpt and paint, it really complements this figure. Now, there are some paint splotches on mine. The arms, they could have been a bit better. The gray definitely looks like it's going outside the sculpt line. But that's if you're really looking up close, and from a distance, like when it's on your shelf or whatever, it's not that noticeable. It's there, but it doesn't bother me so much, so I can easily let it go. With this figure's bright color scheme with the yellow oversuit, it will definitely stand out on the shelf, especially with that magnificent head sculpt. Like, that is a very beautifully well done head sculpt. The blonde hair is done nicely with that black streak. It kind of looks like a scar from a distance, but still. And the sculpt of the face itself, I think it's beautifully done. It makes me think of Scarlett Johansson, honestly. I don't know if that was the unconscious thought when sculpting her face, but still, this is easily one of the best head sculpts I've seen from this line. So I'm definitely satisfied with it. So this might just be my opinion, but I love the little details that get put on these figures that tell a story about the character. So with that said, there's a band-aid on her left arm, right at the wrist, and I'm just wondering, what's the story behind that? Was something with the mantis blades rubbing up against her so much it made the skin raw? Or was it just a cut during a mission? I don't know why this pink band-aid is there, but I kind of like it. So it's just a little funny to me, but I think it's pretty great. Now, for articulation, she does have a ball joint at the head and the base of the neck. She can do a full 360 with her arms, butterfly joint. She's got a lovely free-ranging bicep swivel that's a little tight on mine. Double bend at the arm, which super happy to see female characters getting that. Ball joint in the chest as well as the waist, so you get nice movement there. Her legs can kick up pretty far. She's got a thigh swivel, double bend at the knee, and a boot swivel. And finally, her feet can kick up and go back, and you get a nice ankle pivot. The posability on Agent Helix is really well done. It's the tried and true method that is all across the G.I. Joe Classified series, and I love that. I love that we're getting female characters that are super posable just like their male counterparts. So definitely happy about that. And I'm also really, really happy about her accessories. While there are some reuses, it's still definitively her accessories. you can't really confuse them for anyone else's. So first we have her twin katanas and the pack, which is direct reuse from the movie Storm Shadow. But as far as reuse goes, it's good. I think it's fitting for the character, and it looks nice on her. She has a machete, I believe it is. I'm not exactly sure what you would call this knife, but it's nice. And it can just clip right in the belt loop in the back. She has twin pistols with extended mags, which I think look nice. The mags, I've never been one for extended mags, so they always looked weird to me, but it works for her. And they can be stored right in the holsters. And then she has her mantis blades, and I love that these things are posable, and they just clip on right at the exposed points in her wrist, and I think it looks really cool. I love this unique weapon that only she has, and it looks really, really sick when she has her katanas out doing her little, what is it, mantis cyclone or something. Still, I love how it looks. The accessories definitely complement her very well, so I'm happy that she has unique accessories that are fitting only to her. Now for comparison, here she is with Scarlet and movie Storm Shadow. Here she is with Lady J and CoverGirl. And here she is with Snake Eyes. Overall, Agent Helix is a very, very welcome addition to the G.I. Joe classified ranks. She has amazing sculpt, great paint applications, the accessories and her articulation are just great across the board. I highly recommend picking her up if you haven't, because you will not be disappointed. She's easily one of the best, if not the best, female character in this classified series line. So definitely recommend picking her up. But what did you guys think? Did you pass on her? Did you pick her up? Did you know of her prior to this, or are you new to it just like me? Well, let me know down in the comments below. And while you're there, do leave a like and hit that subscribe button. And if you want to be actually notified, then hit that bell icon. You can follow me on Twitter for updates, and check me out on Instagram for my toy photography. Links to both in the description below. And if you're in a position to financially help the channel, I do have a Patreon. Link to it in the description below. You would have my undying gratitude if you supported me in that way. That concludes this review. Fallout, viewers.